Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about something that I was talking about with a dear friend this morning on the phone. And we were talking about this idea of truth and the concept of truth. Living our truth, being our truth, searching for truths, looking for truths, understanding truths. And one of the most beautiful things that I've come to realize about this idea of truth is that truth is not out there. Truth does not exist outside of us. Truth actually exists within us. And what we're actually searching for lives within. It lives within our heart and it lives within our soul. And understanding what this is actually starts with us. So it actually starts with us telling the truth to ourselves. Telling the truth to ourselves about who we are, what we long for. Telling the truth to ourselves about a relationship in our life. Telling the truth to ourselves about the job that we're working. Telling the truth to ourselves about our health. Telling the truth to ourselves about our beliefs. Telling the truth to ourselves about our challenges, our opportunities for healing. Telling the truth to ourselves about our strengths, and telling the truth to ourselves about where we have opportunity to shine and to evolve and to change. Telling the truth to ourselves about who we really know we want to be in this life. And this can be one of the most difficult things for us to face in this lifetime, to face these truths, to face the reality about situations that we're in, to face the reality that the relationship that we're in might not be the relationship for us any longer, to face the reality that friendships in our lives are changing and might not be the energy that works in our lives anymore. To face the truth that a job that we're doing is not for us. That the job that we're doing might actually be slowly sucking the life out of us. And to face the truth that we hold patterns within us that are detrimental for our growth and for our evolution and for our learning and for living that life that we want to live. And facing this so that we can soar and that we can shine and we can be who we're meant to be in this lifetime. Because this is the thing, we all face these things. We are all beautiful humans. We are souls and we are stardust and we are Mother Earth, but we are also humans. We are humans who came here to have the most beautiful, devastating, happy, joyful, sad experience on this planet. To experience all the emotions. That's what we came here to do. That's what we came here to do. And it starts with telling the truth to ourselves first. And sometimes those truths can be very, very difficult to face and very, very difficult to understand and start to delve into. And I understand this because I'm a human as well, and I've lived through that and looking at those truths. And one of the most brave and one of the most courageous things that we can do in this life is start to live the truth of who we are and start to understand who we are and start to understand how we want to spend our time and how we want to spend our life. There's this Mary Oliver quote from one of her poems, and I'm probably not going to say it exactly how she wrote it, but it's something like, what are you going to do with this one most beautiful life that you have been given? This life, what are you going to do with this life, with your truth, with who you are? And like I said, that can be difficult to see, and that can be incredibly difficult to start that process. We're not taught this in our world. We're not taught this in our society. We're not taught to go within and to ask those uncomfortable truths of ourselves. But that's actually what we came here to do with our brave lion hearts. And so one of the ways that I found my truth, I mean, there's a myriad of ways that you can, but some of my most beautiful guides in leading me back home to my truth were the planets and the animals. And this is what's so amazing about the planets and the animals, is that all they want to do is help humans find their truth of who they are so that they can live their lives free and sovereign and in their own power and making their own decisions and steering their own ships for what's best for them in their hearts. And the reason that they're able to do this is because we are them and they are us. We are nature and nature is us. The planets are nature. The animals are nature. We are nature. We're actually all one. And so when we're struggling and searching and struggling and finding that truth within our heart and within our soul, that's where the planets and where the animals can come in, and they can help shine a light on that truth that is steadily beating within your heart and within your soul, and that wants to shine like the most beautiful lantern in this world, leading you home. And what's beautiful about the planets and the animals is that they deliver these truths and they help point you in that direction in a compassionate, in a loving, and in an understanding way, because they understand how hard it can be as humans in our world at this time to live our truths and be our truths and take those risks. But what they want all of us to know is that we have the power within us, and they can help shine a light on that. They can help lead us home. They can show us the way. Because we are them and they are us. We are all one. And this is the most beautiful thing that we are all waking up to right now in this world, is that we're all one. And that it's actually love over fear that brings us back home. When we release, when we surrender, and when we let go, that is where we find who we are. And that is how the planets and how the animals can help us. And that is what they have done for me as these beautiful stewards, particularly over these last few years. Over these last few years where I was being called to step up and to use my voice and to speak my truth and to be myself and to be my unique self and step out and shine and not hide in the shadows anymore. And without their beautiful stewardship, I would have been lost in that maze a little bit longer. And so, because they have helped me step out so much and find my brave lion heart again in this lifetime, I was so excited when I finally got the go-ahead to open up my readings again. Because like I said on my post, I've been inward for like 7 months since the eclipse in October, but things were percolating and things were coming through, and I needed to understand how I was here to serve in this next evolution. And it's through the planets and it's through the animals, now with the addition of my Usui Reiki and my Cosmic Conscious Reiki, to help understand and help you understand what's going on inside of you and what those truths are that are ready and waiting and wanting to burst free. To burst free is a beautiful comet is the most beautiful star in this lifetime right now. Because the time is now for more of us to step forward and break free from the shackles of programming that we've grown up with about how we should be living our lives and who we should be. And more brave lion hearts are coming online and shining. And the awakening is quickening and quickening and quickening. And it's happening more quickly. More people wanting to live in their truth. And it's actually the most beautiful thing to witness. And to witness in myself, to witness in others. And so, I had posted about my planet and animal Reiki readings. So there is a planet and Reiki reading. There is an animal and Reiki reading. The planet readings are where I channel the planets to bring messages through to you. Each planet represents a different area of our life. So depending on what area wants to be highlighted for you will be the specific planet that comes. So yes, I had posted about my planet and animal Reiki readings that I have available right now. And with the planet and Reiki readings, this is where I channel the planets and the messages that they have for you. Each planet represents a different area in our life. And depending on the areas that want to be highlighted to help lead you back to your truth is which planet will come through and share messages with you about how to get closer to your truth and what it is your heart and your soul want you to know. And then I couple this with Reiki healing through Usui Reiki and through the Cosmic Conscious Reiki certifications that I have. And messages will come through with the Reiki as well, identifying areas in your body that want to speak, chakras in your body that want to speak, and working with different guides like our star being friends and ascended masters like Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary, who embody the rose teachings and the lineage of the rose, which is the energy that I am working with and bringing back in this lifetime. And then the animal and Reiki readings are for any pet that you have. And I channel messages from your pet. So that can be messages about their day-to-day life. You can ask them questions about day-to-day practical stuff. Do they like their food? Are they happy? Things like that. But what I often find in my animal readings is that the animals actually want to share with their human what their soul contract is in this lifetime. Because if you have a pet, you've made a soul contract with them for them to help you, bring you back to your truth in this lifetime and who you are. And so they'll bring through messages to help bring you closer to your truth and who you are and the healing that needs to take place so that you can live and breathe it. And then I will tune into your animal's body as well and their chakras to see if there's any Reiki healing that they would need, and any additional messages that would like to come through with the Reiki healing. And one of the most beautiful things that I've seen in these animal readings is that often when a pet has a blocked chakra or there's something going on within them, they're mirroring their human, because they're mirrors for us. Nature and animals and the planets are mirrors for us because we are them and they are us. And so they'll be able to identify a block that is in you as well, and I can send Reiki healing to that as well. So I'm very, very, very passionate about working with the planets, about working with the animals, about working with nature and with the cycles, because we are nature and we are the cycles and we all live and breathe as one. And this is what I'm here to do in this lifetime, is to work with nature, work with the natural world, and help bridge that gap between the humans and the natural, understanding how many messages the natural has for us, to help us shine again and to help us understand that we don't need to live lives that make us feel sick, that make us feel sad, that make us feel lonely, that make us feel like we're not good enough, that make us feel like we'll never light up like the star that we're meant to be. Because what I'm here to tell you, and what the planets are here to tell you, and what the animals are here to tell you, is that you are a star. You are a star with a brave lion heart. And the truths that exist within you, that you can feel bubbling up within you, that maybe you're scared to take a flashlight and shine on you, are there because they want to save you, to bring you home. And you are your own savior. You are the one that can find your truth, and you are the one that can lead your path home. But sometimes we just need those guides, and we need that help to help point us on the right direction and down the right path. So I have one spot left this week for a reading, and I have one spot next week for a reading. If you have any questions, if you would like to learn more, if you would like to book one of these spots, feel free to message me directly, and we can work out something that works for both of us. And then I will be closing my books, and then I will be opening them up again for spots the next month. Because the way that I've been guided to work now is that I need to be fully resourced physically and energetically to be able to channel. And I'm very tied, my body is very tied to nature and the cycles and the seasons. And it's also tied to my own cycle as a woman and my monthly cycle each month. So when I have my monthly cycle, when I have my period, I go within the cave, and I do not emerge until that is finished. because that is a very sacred time for me and my body. And the best time for me to channel is when I feel physically, like I said, resourced, energetically resourced, and feel good within my body, within my heart, within my mind, with all of it, to be able to be that open channel and that conduit to bring through those crystal clear, diamond bright messages for you. So like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Know that your brave lion heart came here for these times, came here to live your truth and be who you are. And that truth exists within you, and it is bubbling up and it is blowing up and it wants to emerge, because I see so many more lion hearts waking up and wanting to come online and understanding that there is a different way to live and there's a different way to be, and you can do it. I know you can do it. We can all do it. So sending you love. Have the most beautiful day. Talk to you later.